Hello children, welcome back to your physics class. And we were discussing about the motion lesson, which is the 8th lesson in your textbook. And in the previous sessions, I explained you what is meant by motion and how can we describe motion, what is meant by reference point, what is meant by distance, what is meant by displacement and their units, and also the rate of motion. How can we measure the rate of motion of an object? For that I explained you some physical quantity, that is speed and velocity, and I already gave you the difference between what speed and velocities also, and what are the different types of speeds such as average speed, uniform speed, non-uniform speed and instantaneous speed. These I explained you in speed topic and its definition and their definitions with examples, and I had already explained you what is meant by velocity also, and its definition and its formula, unit, whether it is a whether it is a vector quantity or scalar quantity, that also I explained you in the previous session. And now I am going to explain you the other topics, that is the continuity of the velocity topic. That means what are the different types of velocities. So before going to discuss about that, I am going to explain you an important point about the velocity. That is, the velocity is called with two different names for an object where it is its motion and in which position it is means in which situation it is called with which name and with that I am going to explain you. For suppose let us consider a car in its initial position is A and final position is B. These two are some 80 kilometers apart from each other. Okay. And for suppose it was an object or a person started his journey on a bike or a car. Okay. Whatever might be the vehicle, he started at A and he need to reach the position B, and he has to travel this distance. Anyhow, at the starting position, before for suppose he is going to the position B by using the bike. Okay, initial position when he was at this position, at that time he don't possess, before starting the bike, he don't possess any speed or velocity. Okay, and the moment he started, can he attain a velocity of 60 km per hour? No, he need to accelerate it. That means he need to increase the speed from low speed to high level. He need to accelerate that, isn't it? So for suppose after starting his bike at this particular position, he might be having some 20 km per hour speed, and later he attained this speed after some time. After traveling to a certain distance, he attained this speed. Anyhow, the speed which is here you can observe two different speeds, that is two different velocities. Okay, so the speed or velocity which is possessed by an object in motion, or the speed or velocity which is possessed by a moving object at its initial stages of journey is said to be initial velocity. Whereas the velocity possessed by an object, that to moving object, in its final stages of journey, that is said to be final velocity. Initial velocity is denoted with the letter u, small u, whereas final velocity is denoted with the letter small v. Okay, so this you need to keep in mind while you are doing the numericals. Anyhow, so this is about initial and final velocities. So in velocity topic, Till now I explained you what is meant by velocity, and that means its definition, its formula, units, and comparison with speed, and also what is meant by initial and final velocity. Okay. And now I am going to explain you the other types of velocities. That is uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, average velocity, and instantaneous velocity. Just it's okay. So first I'm going to explain you what is meant by uniform velocity. So this is the definition of uniform velocity. If an object covers equal displacements, why in the case of uniform speed I said you equal distances in the place of displacements. Why? Because speed is nothing but rate of change of distance. Okay. Coming to the velocity, we know that velocity is nothing but rate of change of displacement, right? So that is why in the case of uniform velocity, I had used the term displacements. If an object covers equal displacements in equal intervals of time, then it is that too here one more thing I specified, that is without changing its direction. And we haven't used this word while we were discussing about the uniform speed. Why? Because speed is the scalar quantity and it has only magnitude but no direction. Coming to the velocity, it is vector quantity. It has both magnitude and direction. So that is the reason why I specified here direction. Okay, and that too without changing direction. Why I had mentioned it here, I will say you now. Velocity, because it is a vector quantity, it possesses both magnitude and direction. So velocity, already I said you, speed or velocity may not be constant all through the journey of a person or any object. Okay. Why? Because in practical situations it is quite impossible because of some obstacles which they come across while they were traveling. Okay. So that may lead to the changes in speed or velocity. But anyhow, coming to the velocity, change in velocity means velocity of an object, that to moving object, can be varied depending on the following things. That is, if the magnitude varies, magnitude in the sense magnitude of velocity of an object varies, then in such a case we can say that the velocity, that object is having changing velocity. Okay, not uniform velocity. And if the second case is if its direction, the direction of velocity of an object changes. Then also that object is said to have changing velocities. Okay. And the third case is change in both magnitude and direction of the velocity of an object. Okay, change in these three cases we can consider an object is possessing uh, change in velocity. First case is change in magnitude of the velocity of of a moving object, and the second case is change in direction of the velocity of a moving object. The third case is change in both magnitude and direction of velocity of a moving object. So in these three cases, if we find these three cases, means any one of these three cases, then we can say that the velocity of that object is changing. Okay, means it is not having constant velocity. Okay, so uniform velocity, if an object covers equal distances, uniform means constant. It is maintaining constant velocity all through its journey. If an object covers equal displacements in equal intervals of time without changing its direction. Okay, here equal displacements in the sense equal magnitude it implies. Okay, but we need to include the direction also. Okay, so that is why I had specified it here without changing its direction. Then it is said to be in uniform velocity. Okay, so this is about uniform velocity. Have a look at it. Coming to the non-uniform velocity. Non-uniform velocity includes variable velocity, that is changes can be observed either in magnitude or direction or in both. Okay, so we can change the definition like this. If a slight variation is there between uniform velocity and non-uniform velocity. Okay, so that is what I am going to give you now. Non-uniform velocity, if an object covers unequal displacements in equal intervals of time. Here we should eliminate without changing direction. Why? Because this may include change in direction also. Okay, then it is said to be in non-uniform velocity. For then that object is said to possess non-uniform velocity. So this is about uniform velocity and non-uniform velocities. Okay, next we are going to discuss about instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity is nothing but velocity of an object at a particular instant of time or at a particular position of the path through which it is traveling. So this is the definition of instantaneous velocity. Have a look at it. The velocity of an object at a particular instant of time or at a particular point of the path through which it is traveling. That particular velocity is said to be instantaneous velocity. Means for suppose a person started at A, he need to reach the position B, and in his journey from A to B, I had considered a particular position. At that position, what is the magnitude of velocity he possesses? That is said to be instantaneous velocity. let it be some 60 km per hour also, okay, or at a particular instant of time. Now I am checking the time, and at a particular instant of time means after his after the start of his journey, I had considered some 1 hour 5 minutes. After this time, I had checked its speed or velocity. So at that particular instant of time, what is the velocity that person or object is possessing? That is said to be instantaneous velocity. Okay. So till now I explained you what is meant by uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, and instantaneous velocity. And next I am going to explain you what is meant by average velocity. And what is meant by average velocity? In the case of this velocity, average velocity can be considered, can be found in two ways. If at all the object is having uniformly changing velocity, generally in which case we consider the average velocity or average speed. In which case we consider this average term whenever the object which is in motion is having different speeds or different velocities during its journey from one point to the other point. Okay, like a person started at A, he need to reach the position B, and the distance between it is some 80 kilometers. In such a case, if the person, and here I am considering two intermediate positions P and Q, if the person travelled with a speed of some 60 km per hour from A to P, and from P to Q he travelled with a speed of 60, speed or velocity 30 km per hour, and in the third case some 80 km per hour. So here he is not maintaining the same speed or velocity all through his journey from one position to the other. So in such a case, which speed or which velocity we should consider? So whether it is 60 or 30 or 80, we can't. How can we consider, on what basis? So in such a cases, this average speed or average velocity is used. Okay. And here average velocity for average speed, if there is only one formula, that is total distance covered by total time taken. But coming to the average velocity, here we have two formulae. One is uniformly changing and non-uniformly changing. For uniformly changing case, you need to consider the average velocity. This is the, in this way I am mentioning the average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity by 2. That is nothing but the arithmetic mean of initial and final velocities. That is said to be average velocity in such a case. We need to consider like that. Whereas in the non-uniformly changing case, we have to consider it as total displacement by total time taken. Okay, and accordingly we need to define it. Average velocity is equal to the arithmetic mean of initial and final velocities, or it is the ratio of total displacement by total time taken. So this is about the average velocity. Have a look at it. So children, in today's session, I explained you what is meant by uniform velocity, what is meant by non-uniform velocity, what is meant by average velocity, and what is meant by instantaneous velocity, and the formula also I gave you. So by this, I completed the velocity topic. Until now, I explained you what is meant by motion and how can we describe motion. That is by using our distance and displacement and their formula and units. What is meant by scalar quantity and vector quantity, and also how what are the different types of motion, that is uniform motion and non-uniform motion, and also what is meant by reference point, and why do we use a reference point to specify the position of an object. These topics I explained you in previous sessions, and in today's session I explained you what is meant by speed and different types of speed, and also what is meant by velocity, different types of velocity and their formula, units, whether those are scalar or vector quantities, and the differences. Till now I explained you these topics, and I'll explain you the remaining topics in the next session. Okay.